Hi, I'm Danny Lipford, host of today's Homeowner. Pavestone helped us transform this backyard from a bleak, bare environment to a very inviting retreat. Sit back and watch how Pavestone's innovative RumbleStone can do the same to your backyard. This week on today's Homeowner, we're reinventing the great outdoors for a family as we convert their backyard into a backyard paradise. Stick around. Let's go at it, man.
Let's get started.
When the weather warms up, we all want to spend more time outside, which of course makes us take a critical look at our outdoor living spaces, and we don't always like what we find. Recently, a tornado touched down in Mike and Lee Herndon's neighborhood, and though their home was spared the serious damage many of their neighbors faced, their backyard was a mess. Now that that mess is gone, they're ready to make some changes.
We went through the time when it was most important to have the huge play set and the trampoline and all those great things for the kids to play with. Now that they've gotten a little bit older, we're starting to look at what it's going to be for our space, what our long-term needs are and stuff too.
Now, Mike, do you use this very often?
Well, only on weekends when I have some friends over, come out here and have a little seesaw action.
That looks a little heavy right there.
It's kind of sad that that's like the one last standing
It was
piece of
big enough that the tornado didn't carry it.
Yeah, there you go. About
Exactly.
the only thing, huh? Well, what do you think about the space? I mean, it's not a giant space, but certainly plenty to work with. What are some of the ideas?
Well, the one thing we haven't had out here is a sitting area. That's one thing we definitely would like. And then the grass obviously is a mess.
It looks like maybe a little water gets in here.
Absolutely. And that's been another one of the challenges that we've had since we moved into this house was the fact that we would have pockets of standing water. And it rained just a little bit yesterday, and it's, the ground is still soggy, and, it doesn't have a whole lot of sun. So this is obviously what I would say one of our biggest problem areas.
Then maybe a little bit of landscaping, because a lot of this landscaping, like I see all of this landscaping over here, there's a lot of good stuff there.
And we're in an older house, and we want to keep a lot of the plants that we think have been here a pretty good while as well. We don't want to just kind of start from scratch, and so it'd be great to clean some stuff up and then kind of maybe enhance what we already have.
Okay. Well, what about grilling? You guys do any grilling? Like to grill?
Yeah, I do. I like to grill out a lot, grill steaks and hamburgers and stuff. Don't really have an area kind of designated for that, so that'd be nice too.
And that has been a real need of ours, is just like Mike said earlier, just a patio space, just somewhere that we can kind of come out, grill, sit and hang out with friends and just enjoy ourselves and have a great peaceful afternoon. I mean, the weather right now is perfect, and this is the time of year we like to be outside.
Since it looks like a patio will be the centerpiece, we're partnering with our friends at Pavestone to create a great plan for Mike and Lee's backyard. Okay, guys, I'm anxious for you to see this little thing here. Wow. Does it look like your backyard?
Holy cow.
That's awesome.
No, it looks better than our backyard.
Okay, you can see the walkway coming around from the carport, and you can see a little arbor area out inside there that we can go with.
I would
And
never
you see
believe
the
that that's my
fireplace?
backyard.
Yeah,
That is incredible.
The fireplace will be able to position right here. Our friends from Pavestone done a great job on putting all of this together, and you see how they integrated the planter in over here. And do you see the dog? What's the dog's name?
Haley.
Haley, yeah.
She'll be
Haley's in
thrilled.
there.
She's not
She'll be
misbehaving.
doing laps.
How did you get to do that?
Yeah. That is absolutely incredible.
So that can give you an idea of what we're going to shoot for. And actually, this is only going to take a couple days for this to look like this. So it'll take us a few days to get all the materials, and then we'll go to work. You guys gonna help us a little bit?
Absolutely.
We're also getting some extra help with all of this masonry work thanks to the folks at Pavestone and Quikrete, who sent some experienced hands along with literally tons of materials. We got the weather, we got the tools, so let's go at it,
Let's
man.
get started.
Because everything hinges on the new patio, the first step is laying out the footprint for it.
So from that back corner, we'll have someone hold the string line. We'll go out a little bit past the 12 feet.
Oh, just to get that parallel wall.
Just to get it parallel with that wall,
Okay.
and then we can take all of our other measurements afterwards
Good.
and make sure that everything's square and plumb to get everything outlined before we start moving that soil.
All right. We already know that some things, like the old brick stoop, will have to go.
We're looking for a volunteer to get on the sledgehammer there,
right.
so nobody's jumping up to that.
Hey, Tim, you feel like swinging a hammer?
I think I'm
A big hammer? A really big hammer?
So it's being removed while the layout is finalized. Man, this is wild, this much help for us to be able to transform this backyard. It's really gonna look great with the patio going here, fireplace right here, and a nice little planter there, and we're gonna build a nice little wood arbor right in the back. This should really come together over the next couple days. And we're gonna show you a lot of things that you can use around your house. You don't have to do it all at one time. One section at a time can really make a difference in your backyard. Guess I gotta get to work here. Hey, Alan, you wanna help me? You wanna help me with this thing?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I knew you'd want to try to ride this thing a little bit, but
Can we do that later?
that's later.
Okay.
This is not a tip about how to use a flashlight, right? I mean, you don't need my help with that. That's how you use a flashlight. But this is how you can enhance the use of your flashlight with a length of electrical cable. Here's a piece of Romex that I cut about 2 feet long or so. What you can do with it is wrap it around the flashlight and twist it tight, and then you can bend the cable to form legs. And now you can aim the light exactly where you need it. See that? Just like that. And you can aim it down low or up higher, all depends on how you bend the cable itself, which form little legs. Now this is great if you keep a flashlight in your car and you have to change a tire at night and need both hands free, or if you do a lot of work under a sink, a kitchen sink, where you're doing plumbing work and you have your hand, you're laying on your back, you have the tools in your hand. And the other nice thing is you can leave the cable on the flashlight, bend little hooks into them, and then you can just hang it in your shop and it's ready whenever you are.
This week we're doing a major makeover on Mike and Lee Herndon's backyard with the help of our friends at Pavestone. Right now there's a lot of digging going on to prepare for a new paver patio, an outdoor fireplace, and some custom planters. Uh-oh, we got a boss coming onto the scene here.
Just checking out what's going on. Wow, y'all been busy already. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that there's this much dirt actually still in the yard.
Yeah, no, it's
I
perfect.
didn't know what I was going to come home to.
And no, we're not burying anybody, even though we thought about throwing Alan over in there.
We'll see how he behaves.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
But that's the slab there that we're putting down for the big fireplace. So,
I'm getting
neat, huh?
excited.
Working out the elevations takes a little figuring before the forms are staked and a layer of gravel goes in.
We're gonna want a couple inches in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run the plate compactor on it just to compact everything well again. Then we're gonna put our rebar in there, get that all tied in. We'll be ready to pour concrete.
Man. We're using Quikrete fast-setting concrete mix for the slab so we can start building the fireplace sooner. And there's lots of it to mix.
I can definitely tell I took the right into this job.
While that's going on, the rest of us complete excavating the patio and compacting the soil so that the limestone base for the pavers can be spread throughout the space. Screening the base down to the proper elevation and slope is a tedious but very important part of the job. Obviously, it's taking a toll.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he delivered the portalet.
Once the elevation is right, it's time for more compacting with a plate compactor.
Hey, Danny, can I get you away from the noise for a minute?
Yeah, I think they pretty much have that. If they pack that out,
Right.
put the sand on top, they're on their way.
Well, I thought since it looks like they've got it under control, maybe you give me an idea on the location for the arbor and the bench.
You know, we talked before about it lining up with that door. That's about center right there,
What are you looking at? I'm on the center here.
center here.
Oh, I thought you were doing the okay, I thought you were on the center of the doors.
I am the center of the door.
I'm the center of the doors.
No, I am.
I'm telling you, I'm in the center of the doors.
We can measure off that parallel line there and show you that the center is right over here. Exactly where I said.
It was not.
You never mess with my squareness. I'm the squarest dude around.
That's right where I was.
No, I measured over.
Oh, no.
I measured over 48
Roll
inches.
the tape
and
back,
that's
I know
exactly
it.
where it was. And you were standing over here going,
Whichever one of us is right, we have some digging to do to clear out these stumps for the arbor.
here, I use this,
And I use this.
you use that.
Okay.
We're good.
Back over on the patio, we're ready for the next step, which is spreading sand, and Lucas explains what makes this bag sand so special.
It comes with moisture in it, so it's just a lot easier for a customer to spread it. It's just prepackaged. The customer doesn't have to water it down because that moisture really helps settle the sand when you compact the pavers into it.
To be sure the sand is uniform thickness, we've placed electrical conduit in the space so we can screed off the level with the tops of them. The pipes will be removed before we begin installing the pavers. And Lee is here just in time to set the first one.
So the first one goes
There
right
you
here.
go. All right.
How'd I do? Am I done?
Beautiful.
You
Good.
finished?
No, we have, let's say, about 1,000 more. That soldier course of brick-sized pavers will define the perimeter of the patio. The interior gets a more random pattern with various sizes. You know, Andy, when you're talking about being able to just lay these randomly like this, man, that makes it pretty darn do-it-yourself friendly.
Yeah, it's really, there's no way you can mess up the pattern. All you're wanting to try to do here, kind of the name of the game, is just minimize the length that you have a long straight run of a seam. Kind of try to break those seams up. That gives you the best strength. And after that, just try to mix it up, you know, make the pattern look whatever you want it to.
While we keep plopping down pavers, why don't you check out this week's best new product?
Having a drill and an impact driver in a kit is nothing new, but check out what those smart people at Ryobi have come up with. Now I've got two batteries here to show you. This is the 18-volt lithium-ion battery that comes in the One Plus kit that we're talking about. Now behind it, I also have an 18-volt NiCad battery, but take a look at the difference. See the different size? You would think that this lithium-ion battery would not be as powerful, not have a long run time as, say, this bigger one here, but you would be mistaken if you thought that. Now, you get two batteries like this in the kit. Pop them on the charger that also comes in the kit. In 30 minutes, they'll be charged up. When you're ready to, say, put it in your impact driver like so, you are ready to go. This, again, has 20% more runtime, so you're not gonna run out of juice when you're trying to run those long screws or lag bolts. It's 45% lighter, so you're not gonna fatigue your arm. And the best part is you can get a lithium-ion battery at a NiCad battery price.
This week, our gang is making over the backyard of Mike and Lee Herndon. With the help of some of our friends from Pavestone and Quikrete, we've gotten a great start on an outdoor fireplace and paver patio. The concrete foundation for the 10,000-pound fireplace is dry now, and even though it's late in the day, we're starting it because the weatherman is calling for a lot of rain tomorrow. This fireplace kit calls for the pavers to be stacked one on top of the other with a bead of polyurethane adhesive in between each layer. But fitting them together seems to be a little more like child's play.
It's like Legos. Everything all is based on that one modular.
Yeah.
It all, you turn, no matter how you turn them, they all fit.
They all fit.
Same idea here. It's all based on a 3.5-inch modular. And the reason we do 3.5-inch is it modulates with your dimensional lumber. So you can also, you know, that right there is the size of a 2x4.
2x4, right.
That's the size of a 4x4. So you can incorporate posts and things like that if you want to make benches and whatnot.
Right.
So yeah, all works like that. Pretty much everything, no matter how you turn it, it's all gonna fit together.
The process really is pretty simple, but these guys were able to show us a few tricks that might not be apparent to the casual observer.
See on this block, it's got these little marks on them. Those are called swipe marks, and that's when the block is actually demolded from the factory.
Right.
What we want to pay attention to is when we're doing this course like we're doing here, we want to lay these blocks vertically like this, but we want that swipe mark to be horizontal to the ground. The reason for that, that gives us our most consistent height in the block.
Oh, okay.
So as we go up multiple courses high, it prevents us from getting off from blocks being just a little bit out of dimension.
That interlocking of courses, along with the adhesive, makes this fireplace incredibly strong, and it goes up quickly. The firebox and the flue are metal inserts that come with the kit, so it all fits together perfect. Boy, I tell you, I can't believe we're still out here. It's been like 10.5 hours since we started this morning. We're pushing hard because we expect a lot of rain tomorrow. Hopefully not. We already have our tent set up so that we can do the planter on that end in case it rains, but we still have a lot of work to go. And hey, we even have Mike and Sally helping us out here and stocking up. We're trying to go ahead and finish everything to do with the fireplace today. Looks like we're going to be working till dark. Unfortunately, as predicted, day 2 starts with a lot of rain. So Alan and Tim are working under the Herndon's carport to build the bench and arbor. But the question is, what can we get done on the remaining paver planter?
This seems pretty good. I thought this would be real mushy right in here.
No, it looks like the tent here has kind of done its job.
So y'all willing to work in this conditions?
We're here, we might as well get it done.
All right, man, that's great. All right, well, we'll try to keep dry and let us know what we can do and bring in materials and that kind of thing. We'll do the best we can.
That'll work.
Cool.
Thanks.
So once we mark off the edges and dig out several inches of soil, the base goes in. This time we're spreading out the dry Quikrete fast setting mix. But since it won't stay dry long, the guys are trialing it out level and placing the paver blocks as they go.
Man, you guys are animals.
We're going at it.
Man, oh man. I was checking the weather. They said it might be a little better in about an hour.
Well, hopefully at that point we're doing pretty
About
good.
the time you're
An hour,
done.
maybe we'll be getting close to being in the dry.
Yeah, great day.
The weather never really breaks, but our friends from Pavestone don't either, and soon the planter is done and ready for soil and plants. But that'll have to wait for another day. So when the weather breaks a few days later, it's up to us and the homeowners to fill the planters and finish up the rest of the work. Mike and Lee and I get the landscaping going while Alan and Tim assemble the pieces for the arbor that they created in the carport just a few days ago. Both it and the bench, which is already complete, are made from pressure-treated wood, so they should handle the weather beautifully. Plus, the plans for both projects came from the manufacturer's website at yellowwood.com, so this couldn't be easier, except for moving this beast into position along the fence.
Cool, I love it.
While I help finish up the arbor, Mike's spreading some new grass seed that's supposed to be very hardy and sprout in just a few days. Meanwhile,
Dig real deep.
Lee has gotten Sally involved with the plants.
This is a little tricky, Tommy. Hold on. Got you. Put a little cut in them. I guess that helps them grow. So there you go. Put it in. Push it in a little bit. And now all this dirt, you can smush it all around it. Nice job.
With the arbor complete, we can use the last of the fast-setting concrete to secure it in place and finally move the bench into position beneath it. And it's none too soon because these 3 days of work have really taken a toll on us. While we take a break, here's an answer to one of your questions. Alex wants to know, is it possible to paint vinyl siding? Just about any surface on the outside of your house can be painted, including vinyl siding. Of course, it all starts with proper preparation. And when you're talking about vinyl siding, one of the best ways to really get it clean is to use a TSP solution or trisodium phosphate, maybe a stiff bristle nylon brush. Now, after you clean it, you may go, hey, that's looking pretty good. You don't want to paint it, but if you do, the next step would be applying a bonding primer over the entire surface, or use a high-quality exterior primer with a bonding primer additive. After that dries, you'll go back with 2 coats of high-quality acrylic latex and you've completely changed the look of your house. But you have to keep in mind, one of the big advantages of vinyl siding is it's virtually maintenance-free. If you put a coat of paint on it, you'll have to paint it again sooner or later. Hey Mike, how you doing?
Doing great.
Man,
Just getting some burgers on the grill.
Perfect day to be using the patio, huh?
Yeah, you're just in time. Hope you're
Man,
hungry.
Awesome, awesome. Look at all of this, man. The girls are working hard. Lee, how you doing?
Good, how are you, Danny?
Good, good. Okay, how's it changed back here? I mean, you guys always had a backyard, but it's a little different now.
But we're definitely using it more. The girls are asking to eat outside, and we're getting a lot more use out of it already. Hanging around the fireplace, having a good time. So
Yeah, I can see you ready. You already,
Yeah.
you already have wood in it.
Normally
Absolutely, we're
normally
ready.
the girls are ready for it to be warm weather, but I think this year with the fireplace they can be ready for cold
that
weather
will
to
be
start.
fun. That will be fun.
Yeah.
Marshmallows and everything. Now, what about the little sitting area and the little arbor out there? I know the vines are starting to grow a little bit and so forth. It's been a couple weeks. I'm sure you'll be able to use that a little bit.
yeah, we already are, and that's really kind of the girls' favorite spot there. They sit up there, and Haley, the dog, jumps up there and hangs out with them. So that's already getting a lot of use too.
Well, I'm so glad that you guys are able to have a patio you can use. Perfect time of the year for it. I hope you girls enjoy it and use it a lot out here. And hey, I hope you enjoyed seeing this project come together. And you can see, even though we had a lot of help and a great crew from our friends at Pavestone and Quikrete, you can tell how little by little you can put together a patio, planters, as well as a fireplace. Hey, thanks for being with us this week here on Today's Homeowner. I'm Danny Lipford. We'll see you next week.
And these are looking good. Hey, I didn't know you were so skilled at the grill master here.
We've got enough for everybody. I hope you're hungry.
Perfect, perfect. This looks great.
Have you noticed Danny's missing?
Where's Danny?
There's work going on.